common cause of anxiety is stress, which for many is intensified by an uncertain commute. Stress can be caused by delays and overcrowding. And towards addressing this issue, DfT plans to introduce a health and well-being specification for franchises to follow. E-health is one of the ways to help us towards this goal and reduction of anxiety and stress of commuters. E-health is used mostly by those who wish to do even more for their personal health. And as you can see across the board, there are different people who are willing to take the extra step to contribute to help their personal health and experience. About over 53% of people are happy to use e-health. Health is an issue that forms our lives in the most essential ways and has recently evolved into a vivid, economically relevant market. Yet the importance of health differs immensely between individuals and cultures. And there are a number of people who are highly involved with health issues and like the support of e-health apps and devices. We believe in the use of AI for improving travel experience. As a result, we are aiming to create an AI-powered tool, a chatbot, to recommend personalized travel alternatives that fit travelers' needs, preferences, mental, physical well-being, personal preferences, so that for the first time, we can improve the personal experience. Our bottom-up approach gives the travelers an active role in the transformation of the urban mobility ecosystem. In order to achieve this goal, citizens and the city problems should be at the center of this. And there is a need for a close collaboration between industries, universities, and research institutions. I would like to thank my colleagues who are helping me to achieve this goal and make it a reality. To develop a chatbot which allows us to collect qualitative information about users' travel experience and combine that with quantitative information, there's a need to follow a very specific, there's a need to develop a specific system overview in order to allow this mission. So we need to collect user feedback, store that data, and then go and make use of sentiment analysis and algorithms to convert this qualitative information to qualitative information. Then we make use of the qualitative information obtained from users' travel experience with journey planning, fetch the route set, show the relevant user experience, and provide tailor-made travel advices. And there are a number of connections between these interfaces. So to give you an idea, Chatbot technology leverages the advances in natural language processing and machine learning to enable the creation of text and voice-based conversation interfaces between humans and machines. And it allows various types of integration possibilities in a website, Google Assistant-powered devices, or a mobile app. On the right-hand side, you can see an example of a chatbot which is asking for users' travel experience. Going back to the system overview for developing a chatbot system, after collecting data and storing it, there is a need, after collecting data, there is a need to store it on a cloud-based database and then make use of sentiment analysis to identify important information that can help us with tailoring the journey to users' needs. Sharing experience can be done through the chatbot, where you can look into collecting factual data and also experience data. With factual data, we mean travel time, the preferences of or the modes of transport that they would like to take. And with experience data, we mean temperature, sitting or standing, crowdness, preferences, and overall elements that are important for the users. The chatbot can automatically extract such variables in order to later on embed it in the journey planner. Experience can also be collected via the app, where you are asking the user to provide data through the app for each leg of their trip, and indicating which elements or variables are important for them. For instance, temperature, crowdedness, being able to have the opportunity to sit in the environment, and so on. And this sentiment analysis, in this sentiment or satisfaction or feeling information for each leg of the trip is then can be then ranked based on a Likert type scale using the app, and then later on be embedded in the route that is going to be proposed to the user. These are some examples of where you can actually indicate and ask users about their routing preferences, weight them according to a scale, and then further provide routing preferences through other routes, such as Google's direction API, and so on. So looking into the second part of this journey, which is focused on providing tailored solution to different drivers and guiding them towards the route which is in line with their with their preferences and needs. I would like to start with an example from Google. So imagine your origin is Bank Station, your destination is UCL, and you're departing at 8:30, making use of transit modes and so on. If you look into Google, it will provide you the following routes which are ranked based on the fastest route to get to the final destination using Central Line and Northern Line. But when you look deeper into these lines, you can see that Central Line is mostly based on users' information. They are mostly hot, and the people travel experience using this line has not been very positive. Also, when you look into Circle Line, it's the temperature information available doesn't say much about this line, but other users' travel experience using Circle Line has been mostly positive. There are 2 stops, and it takes you about 4 minutes to get to the final destination. This information obviously is stored in a platform and can be provided to the router, to the user, not only for a specific route, but also to provide an insight into how each leg of the trip, or how different lanes or lines are in terms of how different lines are experienced by different users in terms of temperature, crowdedness, and so on. So if you look into the two top proposed routes through Google Maps, you can see that the route 1 is making use of Circle Line and Northern Line. It takes about 6 minutes plus 4 stops using a hot Central Line, and then 2 minutes on Northern Line using the normal to slightly hot Northern Line. This is not the most pleasant route or travel experience for someone who doesn't like to be in a very hot, line. But then if you look into travel experience using the second route, which makes use of Central Line and Circle Line, you can see that if the user picks this one, or if this line is proposed to them based on the fact that they don't like hot lines or they don't like high temperatures, you will see that although the travel time will increase slightly more, the number of stops doesn't increase, but the travel experience can be improved massively. And this stands, obviously, these preferences varies across different modes of transport and so on. And this information can be provided to user in terms of providing a tailored journey planner, or like a notification based on the crowdsourced data. So looking into the second part of this journey planner, we use sentiment analysis, and we collecting qualitative data from the users is not something new. It's something that has been happening by other parties. But what is very new is collecting this information through a chatbot and then integrating in real time with the route that is going to be proposed to the user. We are making use of a state-of-the-art or a BERT-based algorithm in order to do the sentiment analysis and this integration. Based on our model, the accuracy of our BERT-based model on an unseen sample is about 57%, which may not sound high, but if you look into the state-of-the-art models, this is actually quite a high accuracy that can be achieved. So our next steps are further development of our MVP, data collection using case studies in Munich, Lublin, and London, and analyzing and training the sentiment analysis algorithms. We are expecting to create a new data set on people's travel experience in these 3 different cities, a model which is trained for the transport application, and an AI-powered proactive tool called iTravel to recommend personalized travel alternatives that fits travelers' needs and improve their travel experience. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Feel free to get in touch using my details below.